Page 246, Nagumati Library, top left-hand corner, start of the page. But James was timid, wet, and he wept, and he was very distressed. And they both sat down upon the rock. Him and the Lord, him, the Lord. The Lord said to him, James, thus will go through suffering. This is what we were all told. But do not be sad, for the flesh is weak. The flesh is weak. The spirit is willing. That's in your Bible. It will receive what has been ordained for it. To get home, everybody receives their gifts before they leave. But as for you, do not be timid or afraid. The Lord sees. Now when James heard these things, he wiped away the tears in his eyes, and very bitter. When James heard these things, he wiped his eyes away, the tears in his eyes, and very bitter, which is the Lord said to him, there's some words missing. James, behold, I shall reveal to you your redemption. So when that's all of us, I shall reveal your redemption. Before we left, everything was revealed to us. We knew everything. We had everything ordained to us. All the gifts. When you are seized and you undergo these sufferings, then you will see what you're going through. You will see your redemption. Redemption means falling and getting back up. A Christian could fall 7 times and get back up. The other ones, they're already fallen. When you are seized and you undergo sufferings, all of us, a multitude will arm themselves against you that they may seize you. That's your family and all. Spiritually, and in a peculiar, 3 of them will seize you. They who sit there as toil collectors, not only they demand toil, but they take away souls by theft. When you come into their power, one of them who is your guard will say to you, who are you, or where are you from? You are to say to him, I am a son, and I am from the Father. You're not to say from I'm born in this world. I had a friend say that to me. You just said you're of Satan. If you're born from this world, you're of it. They go this world they've never come off of when they got onto it. When they die, they don't leave. They go back into a flesh that they are to possess again. The fleshes are just vehicles that all spirits can have access to, good and bad. He will say to you, what sort of son are you? And to the Father do you belong? You are to say to him, I am from the pre-existent Father. Predestination Father. From you. You are pre-existent. Father, you are that one. And the Son is the pre-existence one. So you come from the Creator and another Father. That's just a term. It would be your teacher, you, your Lord. When he says to you, how are you to say to him in the midst that I might? There's missing words. I can't tell you that rest of that. It's too much missing. You are to say to him, you are not entirely alien, but they are from Achamoth, who is a female, which would be Behemoth, same thing. And these are she produced as she brought these race down from the pre-existent ones. So then they are not alien, but they are ours. Okay, so it's not talking about our mother spirit, which is a good one. They are indeed ours because she is a mistress of them from the pre-existence one. She is the one that made us whole. Each and every one lost her. She came down. And so did he. Depends which way you want to look at it. The good spirit is she that came down, the pre-existed one. At the same time, you were alien because the pre-existent one did not have intercourse with her. We actually didn't defile ourselves with her at all. They did, but we didn't. Because it's all reputed for righteousness. You would have repented, and it would have been forgot. Intercourse doesn't mean sex. Intercourse is mixing and mingling the word. If you have intercourse with someone else, you're a false teacher. That's what that means. You're cheating on the Father. It's adulterous in a spiritual way. The same thing as intercourse in spirit. When she later produced them, when she also says to you, where will you go? You are to say to him, why did it she and him? Because it's an angel. It's neither. To the place which I come, there shall I return. And if you say these things, you will escape their attack. Right? It sets you free. Because you don't sit there and worry about it or think about it or re-bring it up all the time. If you bring it up in your thoughts, you could sin again. Remember, he said, when you ask for forgiveness, throw it out. You're not gonna forget it, but it's gonna be put into the back of your mind as forgotten until the sign comes up to stop you from doing it again. So, but when you come to these three detainers who will take away souls by the left in the place of these, you are a vessel of much more than one of them feminine. You are a vessel that's to be both feminine and male, to whom you for her root, you two will be sober. Doesn't mean alcohol, means sober to the understanding. And people sure get things wrong in the Bible. But you need to be sober too. But I shall call upon the imperishable knowledge, which is the Sophia, who is the Father and who is the Mother. Sophia is you, is the Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Same thing. Is the harvest angel, is the virgin. And your mother is you, which it says in the Bible. And Archelaus had no father, nor male consort. Behemoth had no father. The shadows have no father. What does that make them? An orphan or a widow. Not physical orphan or physical widow, like Steve Quayle says. She produced you without a male, since she was alone and ignorant. That's the evil. She created you, the dark part of you. to what lives through her mother because she thought that she was alone and existed. But I shall cry out to her mother, and then they will fall into confusion and will blame their root and the race of their mother, but you will go up to what is yours, and you will be the pre-existence one. You are a type of these 12 disciples and the 12 pairs, Antioch, which is translated Sophia, and who I myself am, and who the imperishable Sophia. There's the Sophia of hope. She can't be perished. There's a good one and a bad one. It's through whom you will be redeemed, and that's yourself. You are Jesus redeeming yourself by feeding the other sheep and with love and changing and growing. You must be growing at all times. And who are you? The sons of him who is these things they have known and have hidden within them. You are to hide these things within you, and you are to keep silence these teachings. Jesus didn't want to teach them this stuff, and neither did I, because people will say you're not Jesus. People will, but I don't care. But when I first started teaching it, I was very leery, but I didn't care. The Father said, who cares if people leave your channel? They're just backing away from me and leaving us. Because if you leave the truth, that's what you're doing. But you are to reveal them to Adonai. That's the Son of the Father, you. When you depart, when you get into it, you're going to be revealed everything. Adonai, that's you, God. After you've been made perfect, immediately war will be made with this land. Weep then for him who dwells in Jerusalem. But let Adonai take these things to heart in the 10th year. Let Adonai sit and write them down. And when he writes them down and they're given them out, he has the word. He is called Levi. Then he is to bring, he has the word too. Everybody has the word. Everybody is the word. He is to bring the word to and from what I said earlier, to a woman and to Jerusalem in her, and he begets 2 sons through her. They are to inherit these things. There's the 2 names on the tables that are written in Deuteronomy. That is you, your outer wheel and your inner wheel within a wheel. And the understanding of whom there's a missing word, to whom he exalts, and they are to receive it through him, you, from his intellect, your thought, your spirit, your notion. Now the younger of them is greater, and may these things remain hidden in him until he comes to the age of 17 years old. Or to the years, the beginning. Through them, there's missing. I can't. They will pursue him exceedingly, since they are from his world companions. He will be proclaimed through them. No, that's not it. There's a missing word. They are his brothers or his companions. He will proclaim through them, and they will proclaim this word. Then they will become a seed of light when you're seated on the earth. Because what's happening above is not, there's no time. So everything can happen at once down here. That's why it's like that. James said, I am satisfied. And they are with my soul. There's missing words. Yet another thing I ask you, who are these 7 women who have been your disciples? And behold, all women bless you also. The 7 women are the 7 men, are the 7 candlesticks. They are your disciples. Anyone who's teaching the word of God can be your disciple. And behold, all women bless you. I also amazed how powerless vessels have become strong by a perception which is in them, the Lord said. Well, you, there's missing words, a spirit through a spirit of counsel, a light, a spirit of knowledge, of their fear. See, there's too many missing words in here. I just have to go through this. We have to struggle through some stuff because there's missing words when they found the scripture. Spirit of knowledge and fear, when he had passed through the breath of this archon, whose name Adonias, and he was ignorant. Okay, I gotta move on. There's too much missing there to understand it. It's the way the book is. Set themselves against you, for through you they are to understand their roots from the beginning to end. So through you, if you teach, if you know, then they're the same. Their roots go back to the same place. Teach them what you know, and you are teaching them their roots. You're teaching your roots. Their roots come from the same place. And beware lest they envy you when you speak these words of this perception. Encourage these 4 and Miriam. I'm not going to name them. Since he takes some to me, he is a burnt offering. But there's too many missing words on the rest of it. I can't go the rest of that part of it. It's too many missing words. I need to go over it. It's the second apocalypse of James we're in anyway. This is the discourse that James the just spoke in Jerusalem. It's the Miriam of the priest wrote. He had told it to Theoda, the father of just one, since he was to relative to his, he said, hasten, come with me, Mary, your wife and your relatives. Therefore, of this to him hasten to the perhaps after you yourselves have led us to him, he will understand. For behold, a multitude are disturbed over his, and they are very angry at him. And they pray for he would often say these words, and others also. He used to speak these words while the multitude of people were seated, but on this occasion he entered and did not sit down in the place as it was his custom. Rather, he sat above the 5th flight of his steps, which is highly esteemed. While our people are the words. I don't know, missing words. It's talking about the fifth flight. You got 13 of them go to. When you give yourself to the Lord, the one above you is entered into his work as you are. I am he is revealed in revelation from the pleroma. That's us. Of imperishability. I am he who was first summoned. That's us. The Creator summoned all of us first. By him who was great. And he who obeyed the Lord. So, when you're summoned, you have to be obedient to what your Lord says to you. Lords tell people different things. Certain people can do things that certain people can't. He was passed through the worlds, and the worlds are evil. You're passing by worlds, which are demons. Worlds aren't planets. And some books call them that because that's all they know them as. They're realms. Anyways, I got to get ready and go to work here. It's just a quick one this morning. I'll be starting back here this afternoon. I need to wake up here. I'm not awake. I'll leave my instructions there. I got some video too. That's why I wanted to stop. Because I gotta do some videos here to you guys. I'm gonna play a song in quiet to you guys. It blew my mind last night. I've never heard it before. It's got the words to it, and it's right out of the Bible. It's called Sails of Charon. Sails. So, it's very interesting. There we go. This is mind blowing. Dark night, there is no light in the realm of black magic, man. Who do you think he's talking about? Dark night, there is no light. They know more than the church does right there. As darkness and light separated, it's good and evil. They don't even know that much, some of them. Stop. Soul's flight into the cold blight of the destroyer's magic land. Magic is not good. The destroyer's magic land. Poor man. Those spirits are stronger. Poor weak man. That's biblical. They're the ones who will reign. This is scorpions. Telling you Bible. They know more. Their struggles are in vain. Oh. Blind man, you're sucking your own blood. Soon black magic dying. You're sucking your own blood. Mm-hmm. Blind man. You better start crying. Here comes the God part. Blind man, you're sucking your own blood. Soon black magic dying. You better start crying. What a crazy song. And there's the crosses. There's the graveyard. They tell you everything. Listen to this one. Burn out your evil desire. That's what you're doing. The Dark King's kingdom. You have to burn it out. Oil. They don't know it by sin. They know it. You have to burn it out. You have to. How come the Christian don't know that? It's made out of mire. Bible says that. Miry clay. It's made out of poop. This world. They know it too. They know this world's Satan's. That's some crazy lyrics. Here it is again. Keep on for the kingdom of light. There is no darkness. There is no night. It's telling you to keep on for the kingdom of light. This is a warning song, and this is 1977. There is no night. Seek for the kingdom of light. That's basically a Christian song done in heavy metal. It tells them what they're going to suffer and who they are. And it tells us to keep looking for the light where there's no night. That's a mind-blowing song, man. Okay, what are you doing? No. What the heck? I don't know what my thing is doing, but it's gone out of control. It's hooking my WhatsApp. Oh, this is wild, man. I'm trying to get more, and they're just blocking it. I'm telling you, something funny's happening right now. I can't use my bank cards, and I've gone there twice, and they said they're good to go. I can't use my bank number anymore. They made my card, so I had to go turn it in, and now I've got no control over my bank. Now I go to... This is crazy. This is really crazy, guys. I don't even know what's going on here. Let's see if it works this time. There we go. Wow. Let's see which one.
It is said that even if all the water on earth...
This is what I saw in my dream. But Sephir was a ball of light. It's exactly the angle I was. And my body was right here. Looking up. And that thing that's black up there was white. Did that because that reminds me of that dream. And I came out of my body out of my house and I watched my body go invisible. And there, and my light was up there and it was full. I just did that just because it reminded me of that dream so much. Okay, so you tell me what these are. And they even drew it on the wall. And there's animals and people in with it. There's the all seeing eye one. Those are angels, man. 6,000 year the Sumerians crafted detail clay maps of their solar system depicting the sun as the central star according to illustrations. Wow. Oh, phones, they've been around for a lot longer. Egyptian letters on it. Nothing new under the sun, guys. I think that's it. Anyways, it's just a short morning. I'm just getting started my day here, so I'll be on later. God will keep you.